This demo shows you how to track mood patterns with a sentiment timeline. See how words and phrases in your documents change over time with term trend analysis. Analyze your content with preset term sets like action words, activities, or emotions. See how often you mention certain people by tracking a custom set of names that you define. Create custom term sets to track specific words or phrases over time. I'm the creator of Lifelogging.ai. For over 25 years, I've journaled daily, accumulating more than 20 million words. I built a web app to help me analyze these journals. And on this channel, I'll show you how to do the same with yours. All right, now that we've done a quick overview, let's slow things down and go through this step by step. First, head to the All File Insights page. Here you can check stats on all the files and documents you've uploaded or pasted. I've preloaded a set of Samuel Pepys Diaries for you to browse, no login needed. It's a way to try out the app without signing in. Over 300 years ago, Samuel Pepys began writing his diary in London at age 26, starting in 1660. His entries cover daily life, from visits to coffee shops to what he ate, along with candid opinions about others. Pepys also documented major historical events, including the Plague of 1665 and the Great Fire of London in 1666. Known for his honesty and detail, his diary is a valuable public domain resource, offering insights into 17th century life. The bottom tile lists all the individual entries. They're clickable, and clicking one takes you to the document viewer for that specific entry. This page shows 3,434 diary entries from January 1st, 1660 to May 31st, 1669. The app also calculates the total word count, over 1 million words, with an average of about 346 words per entry. This page is read-only, but you'll be able to load your own content once you create an account and log in. Instead, let's open the sidebar, navigate to the Sentiment Timeline page, and create a Sentiment Timeline visualization for his diaries, showing the sentiment trend across all entries. This Sentiment Timeline from Samuel Pepys Diaries reveals some notable shifts between 1660 and 1669. In the early 1660s, we see a steady decline in sentiment, likely due to Pepys' career challenges, financial concerns, and adjusting to his role in the Admiralty. From 1663 to 1665, sentiment stays low, likely tied to his health issues and work pressures. The start of the Second Dutch War in 1665 likely added to his stress. Yet, despite the Great Plague that year, there's a slight uptick as Pepys continued working and socializing, showing resilience during this difficult period. The sharpest drop happens around 1666, coinciding with the Great Fire of London, which Pepys documented extensively. By 1669, sentiment rises again, peaking near the end of his diary entries, perhaps reflecting career success, even as he stopped writing due to concerns about his eyesight. If you're curious to see similar insights into your own writing, you can use this web app to run sentiment analysis on your content too. Now let's adjust the time granularity from yearly to monthly and set the date range to focus on January 1st, 1666 to June 1st, 1667. Then we create a new visualization of his diaries for that period. With this web app, you can analyze sentiment trends in your own writing too. Next, let's head to the term trend page. Here you can track how words or phrases evolve over time in your documents or a filtered subset. For now, it's preloaded with Samuel Pepys Diaries in read-only mode for you to explore. The countries England, France, Holland, and India are mentioned frequently in his diaries. Double-clicking a country in the legend hides all the others on the chart. Double-click it again to make them reappear. A single click hides just that specific country. Let's go back to the term set drop-down. Select Outdoor Activities and set the max words selector to 3 to display only the top 3 activities. When we generate the visualization, the top 3 activities Pepys mentions are walking, fishing, and hunting. Now, let's see the top 6 negative emotion words. This term trend analysis of Pepys Diaries between 1660 and 1669 shows key emotional patterns. Fear is the most dominant emotion, peaking in 1666 during the Great Fire of London, then dropping sharply as things stabilized. You can use this app to explore similar trends in your own writing. The last 3 visualizations we explored, countries, outdoor activities, and negative emotions, were all based on pre-configured term sets. I created these to make things easier for you. They cover the most common needs of users. But now, let's dive into a custom term set that you can create yourself. We'll start by selecting people from the drop-down menu and explore how you can tailor this visualization to your specific content. This term trend visualization demonstrates how you can track key people mentioned in your own journals, just like we've done with Samuel Pepys Diaries. This example highlights how you can use the tool to see which people are most frequently mentioned in your own journals. Remember when I mentioned you can create your own custom term set? Let's take a look at how. The People Names editor allows you to create a custom term set for the people drop-down in the term set selector. This lets you specify the individuals you want to analyze in the term trend visualization. If you ever forget how to use the People Names editor, just press the Show Help button. It provides helpful tips on how to enter names, use the optional synonym column, and manage multiple entries. Pro tip: if you're entering many names with 2 or more words, save them a handful at a time. The app performs special processing, indexing them to speed up counting and improve search performance. This can take a few minutes if your documents have a lot of words. Next up, let's select Custom Terms from the Term Set dropdown. This option lets you specify any terms you want with the same synonym behavior, preferred spelling, and grouping counts, just like the People term set. This visualization is just an illustration of how this app can give you personalized insights into the topics that are most important to you in your writing. Let's click on Edit Synonyms again. This time it takes us to the Custom Terms editor. Here we see several terms grouped into categories using the synonym system. For example, the terms Great Fire, Brimstone, and Burning are all grouped under Great Fire. This means all mentions of these related words in the text will be counted together under the term Great Fire. Similarly, terms like plays, theater, music, and entertainment are grouped under cultural, while ships, fleet, and naval are grouped under naval. This ensures that related terms are combined and counted under one category for more accurate analysis in the term trend visualization. This way, you can simplify and focus your analysis by grouping multiple related terms under one preferred synonym. Click the Show Help button to get a quick reminder on how to use the Custom Terms editor. In this demo, we used Samuel Pepys Diaries to illustrate how to create and analyze sentiment timelines. We also showed you how to see term trends with pre-configured term sets like countries, activities, and emotions, and how to track your own custom term sets. These tools help you track trends, group related terms, and gain deeper insights into the people, topics, and emotions in personal diaries and journal contents. Thanks for joining me. If there's something you'd like to know more about, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Your engagement helps more people discover the app, which in turn supports its development.